What's up, people? My name is Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie. I started the channel during COVID to cover all things Frank Zappa, and have since opened up sort of the concept of the big note, a Zappa concept I discuss in lots of videos. And I've sort of opened up the umbrella of the big note to like connect a lot of things. And so on the song Road Ladies on Chunga's Revenge, I think it's Howie, maybe it's Mark. I think it's Howie, goes, "There was one time in Minneapolis. Pretty sure I got the clap," or something like that. But Minneapolis gets specific mention in a Zappa song. And the artist I'm going to react to today, Craig Finn, is from the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minneapolis, here in the States, in Minnesota. And he has made a career out of writing what I think are by far the best lyrics in rock currently. He is the best lyricist in rock currently. But he has pretty much created the world of Ybor City, this sort of culture in the Twin Cities, this sort of youth culture, taking drugs, being part of a scene. He has just incredible lyrics that are infinitely quotable, with his band, The Hold Steady. If you've not heard The Hold Steady, I suggest you go back to their first album, Almost Killed Me. Listen to that. If you're only going to give it one shot, you're like, I'll listen to one album. If I don't like that, I'm moving on. Listen to Separation Sunday, their second album, phenomenal. But the lyrics are ridiculous. The Hold Steady, for the most part, are like a bar band, just lots of guitar, some Springsteen type energy, just some really good licks from their guitar player with the best lyrics in rock. Craig Finn has made a number of solo albums. Hold Steady still makes albums. And his solo albums are a little more eclectic in sound, adult, contemporary, but edgy, with, again, ridiculously good lyrics. So this album came out about 9 days ago as to when I'm recording this. I have not listened to it yet because anytime a Craig Finn or Hold Steady album comes out, it usually like dominates my rotation for about a month. And there were so many albums that have come out in the last 2 or 3 weeks. But I was waiting on this on purpose just because I wanted to give those a listen. And then I knew once I jumped into this, that it'd be over for a couple weeks. But anyways, this is the first song off of that album, off his most recent album. I wanted to react to this because I am hoping that somebody who watches this, who maybe is watching this only because they were into Zappa or Blue Oyster Cult or any of the other bands I covered, will then seek out Craig Finn or seek out The Hold Steady and make their lives that much better, because he really is a ridiculously talented lyricist. So I'm listening to this song for the first time. Might not talk as much as I normally do. I am going to talk over it, only because he is lyric heavy, and so I want to catch those lyrics. I chose the first track off the album because, for the most part, I can't think of an album in which their first track just doesn't hit it out of the park and you're like, okay, I'm in for the whole ride. So anyways, yeah, that's it. And I really hope that somebody like checks out Craig Finn. For his solo albums, I think my favorite one thus far is We All Want the Same Things, or We All Want the Same Thing. His third solo album, ridiculous. They're all good, but that one is ridiculous. For the Hold Steady albums, check out Separation Sunday. That is perfect. I think one of the best albums of the 2000s by far. Probably one of my all-time favorite albums. But anyways, that's it. I'm going to jump into the song. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you check him out. Let me know if you already know this band. All that kind of stuff. But let's see what he's got. Messing with the settings off his new album. Yeah, let's dive into this.
Sundown, it feels like I'm riding a train I'm not on. Sundown, it feels like I'm riding a train I'm not on.
Typical Craig Finn vibe right here.
For days at this place in the flats, and she'd stare off into space and draw smokestacks on her placemat. She had a dwindling grace and a faith in the industry that never really made sense to me. While we were combing the place, trying to come up with the funds for some phone number friend and some idling car, She said this probably isn't where I see myself forever. But for now, it's pretty much where we are. I never really argued with her basic observations, because I wasn't super into confrontation back then. I was mostly just about sitting by the window, watching the flag in the front just twisting and twisting and twisting. We map where we've been by the scars on our skin. We can only sing the songs we've been taught to. Rachel always recommended messing with the settings. She said it's better than settling for whatever they give you. Sundown, it feels like I'm riding.
He definitely has a sadness to a lot of his songs. But again, man, the lines, the character studies, that whole description of a drug deal, phone number, friends, and waiting on idling cars.
She always carried matches. She said she didn't have habits, they're rituals. She threw salt over her shoulder when they rang for last orders. She held her breath when she got up from the table. And it never really mattered that she was 12 years older, except for when we talked about the 1980s.
Oh.
Because I was still showing up to modern European history while she was trying to hold on to her baby.
I took European history in the 80s.
She started out teasing me, calling me her partner in crime, because neither one of us were supposed to be in the taverns. I had a suspended license and a court case coming up, and the judge said he was seeing some patterns. She said at sundown it feels like I'm riding a train I'm not on. That all-in-one sensation of speeding and sinking. Friday's making eyes at guys cashing their checks, and other forms of magical thinking.
Dude, just the storytelling, just skill of having this chorus and setting it up from the get-go, and then referencing it in the verses. You're like, oh, that's the connection. And now I have a feeling this is not going to turn out well.
They pulled me over 5 minutes from home. Went off to the workhouse for 38 days. When I got out, I drove out to my brother's in Denver. He got me a job at the golf course. I decided to stay there. I heard she'd been living off more of the same. That she got with that guy that took IDs at the door. Must have been last winter when I finally tried to text her. The number I had didn't go through anymore. So I was a little bit surprised when Sam got in touch, asked if I could be here, told me what did it. It's my first trip back after 8 years in Denver. I drove in from the west. The city looks different now. All those luxury lofts that they built in the old factories.
Here in San Antonio, too.
Faith in the industry.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rachel did her best with the deal she'd been dealt. And that's what I've got for her eulogy.
Oh, yeah.
Sundown, it feels like I'm riding a train I'm not on.
I don't even know Rachel, but I feel like I know someone like Rachel that I've had to write eulogies for far too early.
Sundown, it feels like I'm riding a train I'm not on. Sundown, it feels like I'm riding a train I'm not on.
Not really sure what that means, but I like it. Very weird. Really clean music. Everything's just there to support the story. This has like a mournful eulogy quality to it, this fade out. Strings. It's a weird little keyboard like going on in the background that's kind of unsettling. It's that fade out, that last organ note just holding on. That is good. All right, that was Messing with the Sentence. I think that's a great lead-off track. I'm interested to revisit that and get that story. It is sad, as a lot of Craig Finn's stuff is kind of sad. I I think that's one of the powerful things about Separation Sunday, the Hold Steady album, that if you enjoy that, I highly recommend you check out, and that it does have a very sort of religious resurrection sort of feel about it, where these down and out characters maybe come to terms and like uplift themselves at the end. The last song on that album, How a Resurrection Really Feels, is just phenomenal. But anyways, yeah, great song. Again, Craig Finn's solo stuff definitely has a softer musical vibe than the Hold Steady, which is a lot more Bruce Springsteen type rock. But again, those lyrics, you kind of need that softer, sweeter music because those lyrics hit hard. Man, there were some good lines. Phone number friends and idling cars, that was great. You always have to mess with the settings and don't settle for what they give you, or whatever that was. That was really good. Yeah, man, just great lyrics. And like almost every song he has these stories and these characters, and just they build. So super excited to get into the rest of this album. But anyways, if you like that, check out Craig Finn, man. Check out the Hold Steady. Phenomenal, phenomenal artists. Best lyricist in rock. I would say the only people that kind of currently are writing music today that I think are up there with them are like Patterson Hood and Mike Cooley, the Drive-By Truckers. Their music has sort of softened a little over the ages, but their lyrics still hit pretty hard. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the song. Let me know what you think about Hold Steady or Craig Finn or any of that stuff. And peace and all that kind of stuff, people. Take care.